The role of the President of the United States is often shrouded in a mixture of reverence, scrutiny, and the weight of history. Yet, amidst the grandeur of the office, there exist surprising and lesser-known facts about the individuals who have held this position. These facts not only humanize these leaders but also reveal the complexities of their lives and the times in which they govern. One of the most surprising aspects of U.S. presidents is their educational backgrounds. For instance, many might assume that every president attended prestigious Ivy League schools. But this is far from the truth. While some, like Franklin D. Roosevelt and John F. Kennedy, did attend Harvard, others took a different path. Andrew Johnson, who rose from humble beginnings, had no formal education at all. He was a tailor by trade, and his ascent to the presidency was marked by sheer determination and a unique ability to connect with the common man. This juxtaposition highlights the diverse backgrounds of these leaders and challenges the notion that a prestigious education is a prerequisite for effective leadership. Moreover, the personal interests and hobbies of presidents can be quite surprising. For instance, Herbert Hoover was an avid rock climber and even worked as a mining engineer before entering politics. His adventurous spirit led him to explore remote areas of the world, and he was known to have a deep appreciation for nature. This passion for the outdoors contrasted sharply with the image of a stoic politician, revealing a multifaceted personality behind the public facade. Similarly, George W. Bush is known for his love of painting, a hobby he took up after leaving office. His artwork, which often features landscapes and portraits, serves as a therapeutic outlet and showcases a softer side of a man who once led the nation through tumultuous times. Presidents have also had their share of unusual pets, which often provide a glimpse into their personalities and values. For example, Calvin Coolidge had a menagerie of animals, including a raccoon named Rebecca, who was meant to be a Thanksgiving dinner but became a beloved pet instead. Coolidge's affection for Rebecca and other animals reflected his quirky sense of humor and his belief in the importance of compassion and kindness. Similarly, Jimmy Carter had a pet dog named Grits, a gift from his daughter, and he was known for his deep love for animals, which extended to his advocacy for animal rights during and after his presidency. These pets, often overlooked, served as companions and symbols of their owners' values, reminding us that even the most powerful leaders have moments of tenderness. Another surprising fact about U.S. presidents is their health challenges. While they are often seen as paragons of strength and resilience, many have faced significant health issues while in office. For instance, Woodrow Wilson suffered a debilitating stroke during his second term, which severely impacted his ability to lead. Despite this, he continued to serve, and his condition was largely kept secret from the public. This raises questions about the transparency of presidential health and the expectations placed on leaders to maintain an image of invulnerability. Similarly, Franklin D. Roosevelt's battle with polio left him wheelchair-bound, yet he became one of the most influential presidents in U.S. history, demonstrating that physical limitations do not necessarily hinder effective leadership. The personal lives of presidents can also be surprising. For example, Thomas Jefferson, known for his intellect and political philosophy, had a complex personal life that included a long-term relationship with Sally Hemings, a woman who was enslaved on his plantation. This relationship, which has been the subject of much historical debate, illustrates the contradictions within Jefferson's character and the moral complexities of his time. The legacy of such relationships continues to provoke discussions about race, power, and the ethical responsibilities of leaders. Furthermore, the political affiliations of presidents can often be surprising. While many associate the presidency with a particular party, some presidents have switched allegiances throughout their careers. Ronald Reagan, for example, was originally a Democrat before becoming a staunch Republican. His transition reflects the shifting political landscape of the mid-20th century and highlights how personal beliefs and societal changes can influence political identities. This fluidity in political affiliation serves as a reminder that ideologies can evolve, and leaders are often products of their environments. The impact of first ladies is another fascinating aspect of the presidency that is often overlooked. While they may not hold formal power, many first ladies have played significant roles in shaping public policy and social issues. Eleanor Roosevelt, for instance, transformed the role of the First Lady by actively engaging in political discourse and advocating for civil rights. Her commitment to social justice and her outspoken nature made her a formidable figure in her own right, often overshadowing her husband's presidency. Similarly, Michelle Obama used her platform to promote healthy eating and education, launching initiatives that resonated with millions of Americans. The influence of first ladies often extends beyond their husbands' terms, leaving lasting legacies that continue to inspire future generations. In addition to their personal lives and interests, presidents have also faced unique challenges during their time in office. For instance, during the Great Depression, Franklin D. Roosevelt implemented the New Deal, a series of programs aimed at economic recovery. What is surprising is how he used radio broadcasts, known as fireside chats, to communicate directly with the American people. This innovative approach not only helped to reassure citizens during a time of uncertainty but also set a precedent for future presidents in their use of media to connect with the public. The ability to adapt to changing communication methods is a testament to the evolving nature of leadership in a modern society. Moreover, the historical context of each presidency can lead to unexpected outcomes. For example, Abraham Lincoln, often revered for his leadership during the Civil War, initially approached the issue of slavery with caution. His Emancipation Proclamation, which declared the freedom of slaves in Confederate states, was a strategic wartime measure rather than an outright abolition of slavery. This complexity illustrates how leaders must navigate moral dilemmas and political realities, often leading to decisions that may not align with their personal beliefs but are deemed necessary for the greater good. The economic backgrounds of presidents can also be surprising. While many assume that wealth and privilege are prerequisites for the presidency, this is not always the case. For instance, Harry S. Truman came from a modest farming family and worked as a farmer and a businessman before entering politics. His rise to the presidency from such humble beginnings exemplifies the American dream and the notion that anyone can achieve greatness through hard work and determination. This narrative resonates with many Americans and reinforces the idea that the presidency is accessible to individuals from all walks of life. Another surprising fact is the extent to which presidents have utilized their executive powers. The use of executive orders has been a tool for many presidents to implement policy changes without the need for congressional approval. For example, Franklin D. Roosevelt issued over 3,700 executive orders during his presidency, a record that remains unmatched. This power can lead to significant changes in policy, but it also raises questions about the balance of power between the branches of government. The use of executive orders has sparked debates about the limits of presidential authority and the implications for democracy. Presidents have also faced significant opposition during their terms, often from unexpected sources. For instance, Richard Nixon faced intense scrutiny and opposition from within his own party during the Watergate scandal. This internal dissent highlights the complexities of political alliances and the challenges leaders face when their actions are called into question. The fallout from such scandals can have lasting effects on a president's legacy and the trust placed in the office. The relationship between presidents and the media has also evolved over time, with surprising implications for governance. The advent of television transformed the way presidents communicated with the public, leading to a more personal and immediate connection. John F. Kennedy's televised debates against Richard Nixon are often credited with influencing the outcome of the 1960 election, demonstrating the power of media in shaping public perception. As social media has emerged in recent years, presidents have adapted their communication strategies to engage with citizens directly, bypassing traditional media channels. This shift has both positive and negative consequences, as it allows for greater transparency but also opens the door to misinformation and polarization. Moreover, the role of the Supreme Court in relation to the presidency can yield unexpected outcomes. Landmark Supreme Court decisions have often reshaped the political landscape and influenced presidential policies. For example, the Supreme Court's ruling in Brown v. Board of Education, 1954, declared racial segregation in public schools unconstitutional, forcing presidents to confront civil rights issues head-on. The interplay between the executive branch and the judiciary underscores the checks and balances inherent in the U.S. government and the complexities of governance. The international relations aspect of the presidency also presents surprising dimensions. Many presidents have had to navigate complex foreign policy challenges that have shaped global dynamics. For instance, The Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962 brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. And President Kennedy's leadership during this crisis is often hailed as a pivotal moment in U.S. history. The ability to manage international crises requires a unique blend of diplomacy, strategy, and decisiveness, showcasing the multifaceted nature of presidential responsibilities. Additionally, the cultural impact of presidents can be surprising and far-reaching. Presidents often serve as symbols of national identity and values, influencing societal norms and expectations. For example, Barack Obama's presidency was marked by a significant cultural shift, as he became the first African-American president in U.S. history. His election was seen as a watershed moment that challenged long-standing racial barriers and inspired a generation of young leaders. The cultural implications of a president's identity and values can resonate deeply within society, shaping conversations about race, gender, and inclusion. In conclusion, the surprising facts about U.S. presidents reveal the multifaceted nature of leadership and the complexities of the human experience. From their diverse backgrounds and personal interests to their struggles with health and the challenges of governance, these leaders are often more relatable than we might expect. The interplay between personal and political, the impact of media, and the evolving nature of their legacies all contribute to a rich tapestry of history that continues to shape the nation. As we reflect on the lives and presidencies of these individuals, we gain a deeper understanding of the challenges they faced and the legacies they left behind, reminding us that the presidency is not just an office, but a profound journey through the intricacies of human experience.